Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the main gymnasium here at Braintree High School, part of the H. Fred Herget Athletic Complex. We're here tonight for Lady Womp basketball, where the undefeated Lady Womps at 8-0 meet the Newton North Lady Tigers, who come in at 7-2. I'm Al Barisi. Sitting next to me is Jeff Poster. And tonight, this is the Bay State League grudge match. At least it has been for the last several years. Newton North, the only team within the Bay State Conference to give Braintree a serious threat. It'll be interesting to see tonight. We know that Braintree's had a target on their back since the beginning of the season. It'll be interesting to see how well Newton North can hand it to Braintree tonight.
Yeah, this has been kind of the premier matchup on the girls basketball side of the Bay State carry. Last real threat Newton North showed, though, was a couple of years ago in the South Sectional Final. Nearly beat Braintree, and the Womps had to storm all the way back in a tremendous second half. Last year, the tails started to turn a little bit. Braintree took both wins, 56-33 out there, and then a 67-41 victory right here at home. But still, a very good team in Newton North, 7-2, nothing to scoff at. The Tigers are a well-coached team that can certainly give Braintree some trouble.
As we said, Braintree continues their #1 ranking in the ESPNBoston.com polls. Come in tonight undefeated. Their game over, or close to 50 right now, is their winning streak. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to pause as Athletic Director Michael Denise gives his obligatory sportsmanship announcements and then announces the starting lineups for both squads.
We remind all fans that we're dealing with young athletes who are trying to do their best for their school and their community. We request that all chairs be supported and spectators reminded that the price of admission is not entitled to cheer, criticize, or grade players, coaches, or officials. Let's make this contest a positive experience for all. At this time, we would like to introduce the starting lineup for this evening's contest. Junior number 2, Sayani Lasso.
Starting for the Newton North Lady Tigers, number 2, Sayani Lassiter. Number 13, senior co-captain Sydney Beatrice. Sophomore, number 22, Elizabeth Davis. Number 23, senior co-captain Jill Latanowicz. And a sophomore, number 32, Kelly Barbieri. Linda Martindale is the head coach, assisted by Howie Landau. And now for your Lady Womps, as it has been throughout the entire season, number 3, sophomore Jenna Roach. Number 13, senior co-captain Brianna Herlihy. Number 23, junior Keela Dixon. Number 24, sophomore Bella Tinetti. And number 32, sophomore Mackenzie Moore. Head coach for the Lady Womps, Kristen McDonald, assisted by Jim McDonald, Ron Whittam, and Kelly McDonald. Pause for a moment as we play our national anthem. So very quickly, once again, starting lineup for the Newton North Lady Tigers. Sayani goes by Say Lassiter. Summer Diaz, Sydney Beatrice, Elizabeth Davis, Kelly Barbieri, and Jill Latanowicz. For the Lady Womps, Jenna Roach, Brianna Herlihy, Keela Dixon, Bella Tinetti, and Mackenzie Moore. Brianna Hurley takes her customary spot in the tip-off circle. She'll go against sophomore Kelly Barbieri. And the tip is controlled by the Lady Womps. Dixon controls, guarded by Lassiter. Those two have squared off for 3 years now. Jenna Roach to Mackenzie Moore for 3. Rebound to Sydney Beatrice, and we get a foul early on in the ball game. Foul is on Keela Dixon. That is her first team foul for the Lady Womps.
Going out aggressive for rebounds, and you don't want to pick up a foul less than 20 seconds into the game.
Cece Lassiter controls. She has been a key part of this ball club for 3 years now. Loose ball picked up by Davis, gets it back out to Lassiter. Lassiter drives the lane, kicks it out. Botanovic, no shot, back to Lassiter.
She had an open shot and thought she was going to take that.
12-footer by Lassiter, no good. Brianna Hurley with the rebound comes back the other way. Finds Roach, and they're going to call Jenna Roach for a travel early on. And immediately, Krista McDonald signals for full court pressure, so Braintree applies pressure very, very quickly. Lassiter guarded by Dixon. Davis drives the lane, left hand, no good, but draws the personal foul. I believe that's going to be on Tanetti. That'll put Davis at the line for 2. It is 24 Bella Tanetti who picks up her first personal foul. Elizabeth Davis at the line shooting 2. Around the rim and out. Davis, a sophomore, first varsity experiences this year. Davis makes the second, and we have a point on the board. Newton North leads 1-0. Newton North in a man-to-man defense. A lot of teams have tried to negate Braintree's offensive power by trying to implement a zone. That hasn't worked either. Linda Martindale, again, very familiar with this Braintree Womp team. Long shot by Roach, no good. Lassiter with the rebound quickly out to Davis. Davis draws the foul again. This is going to be on Mackenzie Moore.
Well, they're spreading out the fouls at least, but so far Newton North's defense is doing what other teams have tried to do, force Braintree to take outside shots, and right now they're not falling for the Womps. And at the other end, you're giving up fouls, so not a good recipe for a win.
Elizabeth Davis makes the first of her second trip to the foul line. Elizabeth Davis, 3 for 4 from the charity stripe. Only 3 points scored thus far in the ball game. Pass intended for Keela Dixon. Jenna Roach, nice job to keep that in bounds.
Very fortunate to get that.
Braintree a little sloppy here. Brianna Hurley with the ball slows it down. Bella Tanetti splits the defense, kicks it out to Jenna Roach. Shot a little short. Rebound is Sydney Beatrice. And very quickly, Newton North brings it back. Elizabeth Davis for 3, no good. But ends up picking up her own rebound. Beatrice kicks it out. Barbieri pulls up 10-footer, no good. Rebound, Mackenzie Moore.
Braintree needs to settle down here a little bit.
Braintree getting a good look at the basket, just can't put it in.
Very vocal defense here from Newton North too. Quick to swing.
Shot by Roach, no good. Mackenzie Moore battling underneath. I think she's going to get fouled by Lassiter over the top.
Yeah. That's an easy one.
Lassiter picks up her first personal. That's the first team foul. And very quickly in the ball game, Rachel Tutkus replaces Mackenzie Moore.
Even on the inbounds pass here, Newton North really collapsing down on the paint.
Sheila Dixon double team Tanetti. Back to Dixon, around Jenna Roach all alone. But Sheila Dixon for three. In and out, no good. Rebound. Jill Tanowich immediately tied up by Brianna Herlihy. Possession arrows in favor of the Newton North Lady Tigers. They will take it out of bounds.
Well, this 2-3 zone.
Intended for Davis and kind of caught her off guard, forced her to travel. And so Braintree will take over on the turnover.
So Newton North has shown a bit of a 2-3 zone here. They're rotating the backcourt players over to the ball handler each time for this double team. Braintree's had a tough time getting through it so far. More outside shooting.
Rebound by Lassiter. Stolen by Keela Dixon.
That might get them going.
Dixon running 4-footer, no good. Battling for the rebound. Barbieri comes down with a strong board. Outlet pass, long lead pass to Davis. Takes a couple steps, but gets a no call, and they immediately, Braintree calls timeout as Newton North jumps out to a 5-0 lead. All 5 points scored by Elizabeth Davis, the sophomore.
It's got to feel good if you're Newton North. You've held Braintree scoreless here. Now, you haven't done a ton on your own offensive end with just 5 points, but we're nearly halfway gone here through the first quarter. And Tigers' defense, which has been Braintree's calling card, is really just shut down the Womps offensively. They have been forced into the outside shot, and like we said a couple of games ago, you live or die by the three, and right now Braintree's having no success with the outside shot. They've got to find a way to adjust and penetrate.
The trademark of head coach Kristen McDonald, at least for the last several years, has been calm and composed under pressure. And if you look at the team, nobody looks frazzled. Nobody looks like the stress of being down 5-0 is getting to them. It's early in the game. They know this is really nothing. They have plenty of time. If you remember the Norwood game, the beginning of the season, they trailed until the final 30 seconds of the first half and came away with a 20-point win. So Braintree, very used to pressure. And they beat Newton North's full court pressure on the inbounds pass. Tutkus over to Allie Dillon. Dillon down low to Brianna Herlihy. And the pressure leads to a steal by Lassiter. Lassiter off the glass for two. 7-0 Newton North.
And they are fired up. It's a matter of Braintree maintaining their composure and trying to find an edge over Newton North's aggressive play.
Newton North is pressuring Braintree all over the floor. And they feel like this is going to be the key. If they pressure Braintree, they can cause the turnovers and get the transition points. 7-0 lead for the Lady Tigers with 3:41 to go in the first quarter.
Full court pressure again, too.
It's one thing for Braintree to be trailing in the first quarter. I don't think I've ever seen Braintree scoreless this far into the first quarter. And again, Newton North with the full court pressure.
Nice way
Good
to
ball
break
movement
it.
by Braintree over to Brianna Herlihy. 8-footer in and out, no good. Rebound is Latanowicz. Braintree has to really feel some of these are going to drop.
Yeah, that was a good look last time from Herlihy, and normally she hits that shot. That one just uncharacteristically doesn't fall.
Lassiter with another rebound. Newton North controlling the boards. Davis off the glass for two. This young sophomore is showing her stuff. Elizabeth Davis, 7 points on the night.
Travel.
And Newton North thinks they've got Braintree on the ropes. They think Braintree's coming unraveled. We know better. We've seen this team. Allie Dillon now defending against Cece Lassiter. Lassiter tries to take a first step, miss, pulls up, gets fouled as she releases the shot. It's going to be on Rachel Tutkus. Rachel picks up her first. It's the team's fourth. And Lassiter will be at the line shooting 2. Misses the first. Misses them both. Rebound, Keela Dixon. Braintree has the numbers now, hoping to take advantage of it. Dixon inside the three-point line, pulls up, 12-footer, and she nails it. Braintree on the board quickly, 9-2 in favor of the Lady Tigers with 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Nice defense by Allie Dillon.
Good pass.
Over to Barbieri, no good. Tutkus with the rebound. Keela Dixon for 3.
Someone was bound to heat up eventually. Looks like Keela Dixon might be that player. Back-to-back buckets.
Well, just that quickly, the Newton North bench is silenced. They were fired up there for a while, thinking they had Braintree on the ropes. Lassiter pulls up, 10-footer, no good. Barbieri, no good. Davis with the rebound, and now for Beatrice outside for 3 and misses everything. Dillon and Timberlake check out of the ball game. So the 5 on the floor for the Lady Womps: Dixon, Herlihy, Tanetti, Tutkus, and Roach. Pass down low to Roach, partially blocked.
She didn't need to put the ball down on the floor. Just go right up with it.
Rachel Tutkus picks up her second personal foul. Tutkus gets a break. Mackenzie Moore checks back in the ball game for the Lady Womps. 1:10, or actually 1:12 to go in the quarter. Lassiter drives, lace, bounce pass was intercepted by Dixon. Dixon's going to try to run the court and get stripped by Beatrice.
Wait for your offense there. It's 3-on-1. You're on the wrong side of it.
And then we pick up a foul as well. Bella Tanetti picks up her second personal foul. That could be the downfall for Braintree if they find themselves in foul trouble. Keela Dixon gets a break. Adriana Timberlake back in the ball game for the Lady Womps. Sydney Beatrice inbounds the ball for the Lady Tigers. Lutanowicz
Dribble.
Double dribble. Summer Diaz in the ball game for the Newton North Lady Tigers. And Braintree will take advantage of that turnover. Alyssa Tenaglia in the ball game for the Lady Womps. So it's Timberlake, Dixon, Roach, Herlihy, and Tenaglia. Timberlake's pass down at the feet of Tenaglia. Tenaglia couldn't handle it.
Sloppy play here from Braintree. Clean it up a little bit. Might have a chance. Should be able to get back into this easily in the second quarter.
Newton North playing for the last shot of the quarter. 15 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. And Keela Dixon just steals it. Lassiter does a nice job to tie her up. Looked more like a rugby scrum than a basketball court. Possession arrows in favor of the Lady Womps. They have 10 seconds to go. Timberlake gains half court, 7 seconds. Finds Roach. Roach to Keela Dixon. Dixon
gonna get it
plays for the
off.
last shot, 7-footer, no good. First quarter in the books, and the Newton North Lady Tigers hold a 9-5 lead over the Lady Wumps. Conspicuously absent from the roster of the Newton North Lady Tigers is Lassiter's older sister, Nene Lassiter. We will try to determine why she's not on the squad. She's not on the roster at all. She may have gone to prep school. I mean, she was of that caliber. And
yeah.
Again, there had been talk last year that she was going to leave to go to prep school. We'll take a break before second quarter action begins. You're watching Lady Wump basketball on BCAM.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared. Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital. I feel like a fish with no water.
You know how to react to their asthma attacks. Here's how to prevent them. Call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS. Visit www.noattacks.org or call your doctor. Because even one attack is one too many.
Welcome back to Braintree High School. We're about to begin the second quarter action here. Lady Wumps find themselves trailing the Lady Tigers of Newton North 9-5. Newton North starts off the second quarter with their starters. Lassiter, Beatrice, Latanowicz, Davis, and Barbieri. Braintree finishes with the five, or starts with the five they finished with in the first quarter. Pass down low to Barbieri, no good. Rebound, Alyssa Tenaglia.
It was a good give and go, just couldn't finish it. Good position there by Tenaglia to be there defensively and grab that rebound.
Newton North back in a man-to-man defense.
Really, he wants it.
Kicks it out to Keela Dixon. Nice look at a three. Long rebound. Timberlake tried to keep it in, picked it off. Lassiter got the numbers, finds Davis. Davis, nice defense by Jenna Roach.
Well, the offense for Newton North has clearly cooled off since the opening 4 minutes, but their defense is still really giving Braintree some trouble. Just got to find a way to get through it.
Allie Dillon replaces Alyssa Tenaglia for the Lady Wumps. Keela Dixon controls. Tries to get too fancy.
Not going to do it.
Beatrice with a steal. Sophomore Davis finds Barbieri down low. Partially blocked by Dillon. Davis going to take it to the hoop. She gets stripped by Roach.
Oh,
nice no-look pass by Lassiter. Down low to Kelly Barbieri, and the sophomore gets her first 2 points of the night.
Good recovery there from Davis, showing some poise as a sophomore that nearly lost it, got it back, and then Newton North with some great ball movement. Lassiter, good vision.
Herlihy drives the lane, can't finish. Rebound Barbieri. Long lead pass, Beatrice all alone, little short. Herlihy with the rebound and quickly brings it back the other way.
One-handed shot from three-point range.
Good no-look pass to Timberlake, and Adriana has her first 2 points of the evening. Braintree down by 4, cuts the lead 11-7. Lassiter tries a long lead pass, a little too long. Braintree takes over on the turnover.
You could hear Sydney Beatrice yelling to Lassiter that she had drawn 2 defenders, so somebody was open. Lassiter didn't realize that, though, and forced it in an awkward spot.
Brianna Herlihy, bounce pass to Roach, but they're going to call it a kickball. Gives Braintree a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock. Long cross-court pass to Herlihy. Nice job to control it. Finds Dillon. Jenna Roach. Roach 10-footer, and she nails it.
Good recovery. Brianna Herlihy kind of saving Braintree right there. They making some ill-advised passes, but good job by Herlihy to save it, and then Jenna Roach with a good look at the basket.
Good give and go between Barbieri and Beatrice, but the ball is stripped by Bella Tonetti, and then she's fouled. Foul is on Sydney Beatrice. Sydney co-captain, senior co-captain, picks up her first personal. Sydney co-captain, that's still true. We're going to call Lassiter for a push outside. It's Lassiter's second personal, third team foul for the Lady Tigers. Tonetti goes baseline, kicks it back out to Dillon. Dillon finds Roach, and you could see Kristen McDonald
She's not happy.
beseeching Dillon, why not take the shot? Look at the shot clock. Braintree with a shot clock violation, and Newton North will take over. Interesting that Kristen McDonald has chosen not to apply full court pressure herself. Letting Newton North do it. Nice steal by Tutkus. Lead pass to Dixon and one. Kelly Manley in the ball game for the first time commits her first personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Good job there by Keila Dixon. Off the turnover, using the body to create the contact, and knowing that she has the advantage there to at least put that in up off the net. One-on-one, you're not going to beat her.
And with that free throw, Braintree takes the lead for the first time tonight. Keila Dixon with 8 points. Juliana Landry in the ball game, and they lose it. Stolen by Keila Dixon, picked up by Tutkus. Dixon drives the lane. Nice bounce pass to Roach. Roach was already starting her move up to make the shot and couldn't control the basketball.
She's thinking about the basket and not the pass, so slipped right out of her hands. Luckily, Newton North player had it bounce off of them first.
Newton North back in the zone defense. Three by Tonetti, no good, gets her own rebound. And the putback. Great hustle by Bella Tonetti.
Charged right in after her outside shot was a little bit short. No one was expecting it, and Braintree gets two more.
First rule of rebounding, follow your shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Newton North calls timeout now, and immediately what had been a 9-0 lead turns into a Braintree 14-11 lead. So Braintree's composure and poise has allowed them to claw their way back into the ball game. Wonder if this has taken the steam out of Newton North. That was their best effort, but we'll see how they react. Braintree with 2 wins on the road last week, traveled to Dedham Tuesday evening and then to Weymouth Thursday, 2 big victories. They will be back in action this Friday evening at Wellesley, and then back home the following week against Natick and Brookline. So the Lady Womps travel to Wellesley Friday evening, which means the boys will be home against Wellesley. You had an opportunity to cover one of the boys' games last week. They're doing very, very well under head coach Bob Crook. Braintree comes out of the timeout with Herlihy, Tutkus, Roach, Tonetti, and Dixon. Beatrice controls. Over to Davis. Pass down low to Barbieri. Turnaround 7-footer. Does not get the bounce. Herlihy gets the rebound.
Well, design play out of the timeout, just doesn't fall.
Well-designed play, just bad angle. Keila Dixon for a long 3, no good. Beatrice with the rebound, and they come back the other way.
Well, Braintree's starting to get these long passes back under in their grip, back in their hands. They were struggling with that before.
Beatrice backs Roach in, but can't make the shot. Herlihy with another rebound. Brianna's got 4 boards already in the first half. Jump ball tied up by Sydney Beatrice. A correction, that was Jill Latanowicz. Jill Latanowicz ties up Brianna Herlihy for the jump ball. Possession arrows in favor of the Lady Womps. Tutkus, Tanetti around the horn. Roach, Keela Dixon alone. Tanetti wide open. Finds Keela Dixon. 12 on the shot clock.
Newton North's still doing a great job rotating.
Keela running 4-footer, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it back. Keela Dixon having a night. 10 points in the first half, 2:41 to go until the break. Lassiter gives to Barbieri. Barbieri, good low post move. Sydney Beatrice gets the rebound, and it goes out of bounds off of her hands. Two sophomores for Newton North, Kelly Barbieri and Elizabeth Davis, making a mark here in this ball game. You'd think the veteran leadership would be the ones leading the way, but it's the two underclassmen, the two sophomores, making their first varsity stint against Braintree. Zanetti gets Beatrice up in the air. Herlihy low post. Good defense there by Barbieri, and the ball, Latanowicz brings it out. Lassiter's shot no good. Latanowicz with the rebound. Davis drives to the hoop. Good defense by Dixon to alter the shot. Jenna Roach comes up with a loose rebound. 1:45 to go in the half. Herlihy for 3, no good. Tutkus tied up. Good rebound by Rachel Tutkus, but as they say, Lassiter very quick.
Brianna needs a layup or a trip to the free throw line. That was a good look, but she's having a tough time. Needs to see the ball go in the net. That should open her up, make her feel a little bit better about her shots.
Ooh, Lassiter gets away with a step there.
Nearly traveled.
Elizabeth Davis, 14-footer's good. She's starting to heat up again after scoring the first 7 points for Newton North. Scoreless for a good amount of time, and now back in the scorer's book. Herlihy tries to drive the lane, tied up by Lassiter. Good defense. Closed in, shut off the lane. Herlihy obviously very frustrated.
Yeah, it's been a couple of games in a row now where Brianna's just been, at least at home, teams have keyed in on her. They're going to try and take her out of the game as best they can.
Good ball movement. Keela Dixon outside. 4 on the shot clock.
Shoot it.
Jenna Roach has to let a 3 go. Gets the shot off. The rebound is Latanowicz. That's her 4th defensive board for the Newton North Lady Tigers. 40 seconds to go in the half. Lead pass intended for Barbieri. Nice job by Sydney Beatrice to collect that loose ball. Barbieri with a good effort to keep it in bounds. And now they're stripped by Bella Tanetti. 24 seconds. Shot clock should be off. Keela Dixon for 3, and she nails it.
Hand in her face. Didn't matter.
13 points for Keela Dixon in the first half. 8 seconds left. And so Braintree, who found themselves scoreless until under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, has now jumped out to a 6-point lead and heads into the locker room. 19-13 lead over the Newton North Lady Tigers. We'll take a break in the action. We'll be back for second half play here at Braintree High School. You're watching Lady Womp basketball on BCAM. Welcome back to the main gymnasium here at Braintree High School, part of the H. Fred Herget Athletic Complex. You're watching Lady Womp basketball. I'm Al Barisi, and with me is Jeff Poster. Lady Womps come out of the locker room with a 19-13 lead over the Lady Tigers of Newton North. Leading all scorers, Keela Dixon, the junior, had 13 points, 2 threes for the evening. Adriana Timberlake had 2, Jenna Roach had 2, and Bella Tanetti had 2. For the Newton North Lady Tigers, sophomore Elizabeth Davis with 9 points to lead their scores. Cece Lassiter with 2, and Kelly Barbieri, the other sophomore in the starting 5, also with 2 points. Defense for Newton North gave them a 7-0, I believe a 9-0 lead early in the first quarter. Braintree, with less than 3 minutes to go in the first, scored their first point, and that's something they are very, very uncomfortable and unfamiliar with.
Yeah, they have the lead. It wasn't pretty to get there. They had to really overcome some adversity, and they're still having trouble getting through Newton North zone defense. That 2-3 zone defense, the Tigers have done a good job rotating, coming over with double teams. Braintree's made some errant passes, but they have recovered. Brianna Herlihy's having a tough time out there, and she hasn't been able to register a point. And really, Newton North's offense just cooled off. Their defense is still going strong, but Braintree able to take the lead in part to their own defense and Newton North cooling off from the outside.
Newton North has shown 3 different defensive sets. They've had a man-to-man defense, a zone defense, and a zone and one, or a box and one, with that one following Brianna Herlihy man-to-man. So Braintree comes out to start the second half. Brianna Herlihy, Bella Tanetti, Rachel Tutkus, Jenna Roach, and Keela Dixon. Newton North Lady Tigers, the same 5. Cece Lassiter, Sydney Beatrice, Jill Latanowicz, Elizabeth Davis, and Kelly Barbieri. Lassiter, good stop-and-go move. Tutkus with great defense. They're going to say the ball went out of bounds off of Lassiter. Unbelievable defense blocked by Rachel Tutkus.
A good block, especially she might be trying to play somewhat conservatively too, picking up 2 early fouls. Maybe still in that mindset, but awesome defense, great block from behind.
Tutkus and Tanetti both with 2. Tanetti underneath, can't finish. Lassiter picks up the loose ball. Lassiter with 2 fouls for the Newton North Lady Tigers. That's about it for foul trouble. Davis fights for the loose ball and gets stripped by Tutkus. Jenna Roach finds Keela Dixon underneath, and Dixon with 2.
Well, they're picking up the defense. Points off of turnovers. That was a good move.
Beatrice down low to Barbieri. Barbieri off the glass, no good. Rebound Keela Dixon. She kicks it.
It's going to end up being a travel.
Interesting sequence of events. If
Yeah.
you have replay, it'd be good to watch a second time. But
she's kind of laughing about it, but the ball got kicked forward. She dove after it with the hustle play, but her momentum just kind of rolled her over, and can't really do that.
Pass down low. Latanowicz gets her own rebound. And,
well, that's
late whistle. Tanetti's going to get called for the foul. That's Bella Tanetti's 3rd personal. Jill Latanowicz at the line shooting 2.
Very late whistle, and looked like she had all ball based on the way it went up.
But you know when the referee explains herself to the player, it's a questionable call. And Bella Tanetti has to take a seat with 3 fouls. Ellie Dillon checks in the ball game for the Lady Womps. Latanowicz picks up her first point of the evening. And once again, Newton North full court pressure. Lead pass to Jenna Roach on the floor, and 2.
Well, if you can get through the full court, somebody's going to be down at the other end. Braintree had 2 players there waiting to put it up.
Lassiter has the ball stripped by Keela Dixon, but the ball goes out of bounds off of Keela. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Davis, long cross court. Lassiter for three, in and out, no good. Herlihy with the rebound. Brianna Herlihy has owned the boards.
Good look from Lassiter, just didn't fall down. Yeah, Brianna Herlihy, nice job rebounding tonight.
Tutkus gets the roll. Correction, that's Allie Dillon. Allie Dillon with her first 2 points. Nice move, strong move to the hoop. Barbieri down low, has to kick it back out to Lassiter. Lassiter goes baseline, gets by Dixon. Dixon gets the rebound. Braintree with the numbers, 3-on-2. Bounce pass to Herlihy off the glass.
That might just get Brianna Herlihy going. Finally get to just see the ball go through the bottom of the net off her own hands. I think Braintree is going to be quite content to let Say Lassiter just keep putting the ball up. She has not had a good night, just 2 points, and is missing all sorts of shots.
That's been Braintree's strategy for 3 straight years, and nothing against Lassiter. She's a good player, but they continue to let her take the outside shot, and Braintree's like, fine, beat us, and she hasn't been able to do it. Newton North calls timeout, stops the clock with 5:39 to go in the third quarter. Braintree up 27-14 and starting to pull away. As we said, Braintree will be on the road Friday evening at Wellesley, and then back in town, 2 home games next week, Tuesday evening against Natick, and then Friday evening against the Lady Warriors of Brookline. Newton North comes out of the timeout with Beatrice, Davis, Latanowicz, Barbieri, and Lassiter. Braintree answers. Herlihy, Dillon, Tutkus, Roach, and Dixon. And once again, Braintree chooses not to apply any full court pressure.
Sammy Lassiter is just quite content too, walking the ball down the floor. Braintree will let the clock eat away on her.
And Brianna Herlihy steals the ball. Oh, too far underneath. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Jenna Roach. It's as if Brianna Herlihy said, well, you're not going to let me score out of our offense. I'll make my own transition points. Davis finds a cutting Beatrice. Beatrice has to kick it back out. Lassiter down low to Barbieri. Barbieri traveled, took too many steps. Good defense by Keela Dixon with help from Allie Dillon. Isabel Bledsoe, freshman, checks in the ball game, replaces Kelly Barbieri. Once again, Newton North full court pressure. Long lead pass down low to Tutkus. Tutkus for an easy 2. Rachel Tutkus, her first 2 points of the evening. Braintree up 29-14. Braintree definitely starting to pull away. And now they're going to call a blocking foul on Keela Dixon.
Either way, though, they're going to get the foul, and Lassiter is going to go to the free throw line. But she's trying to play hero basketball right now and do it all herself. It's not going to work.
That is Keela Dixon's second personal foul, second team foul for the Lady Womps here in the second half. Lassiter makes the first. Say Lassiter 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Braintree's lead cut to 11. Dixon finds Herlihy down low, back out to Dixon. Dixon gets away with a travel there.
She really did.
Running 4-footer, and she gets the roll. Linda Martindale is upset, but justifiably so. .15 on the shot clock for the Lady Tigers. Beatrice, top of the key, guarded by Roach. Finds Davis down low. Good baseline move by Davis. Floating 4-footer is good, and Davis 11 points on the night. Herlihy up strong, gets the basket and one.
Well, it can be tough to run when you're not getting a chance off of a turnover, but even after the made basket, Brianna Herlihy ahead of the pack. And Braintree does a nice job moving it up quickly to her.
Jill Latanowicz picks up her first team foul in this half for the Tigers, and Herlihy, three-point play the hard way. Brianna Herlihy has 5 points, all of which in the second half. Davis again goes baseline, running 4-footer. She likes that. Partially blocked. Brianna Herlihy with the rebound. Pass a little too hot for Keela Dixon to control, and Newton North will take over. 3:43 remaining in the third quarter. Jenna Roach gets a break. Adriana Timberlake checks in the ball game.
Say Lassiter passes it.
Nice pass down low to Barbieri off the glass. Good defense.
Good movement here from Braintree.
Allie Dillon, good movement. Timberlake from the right point, no good. Lassiter with a steal. And Tutkus returns the favor. Timberlake comes up with the ball. Dillon kicks it out. Keela Dixon for three, no good. Long rebound picked up by Tutkus. Nice job by Rachel Tutkus. And Braintree calls timeout with 2:50 remaining in the third quarter. Braintree up 34-18. We're going to take a quick break in the action. You're watching Lady Womp basketball on BCAM. Back in 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to Braintree High School. Braintree checks out of the timeout with Adriana Timberlake, Keela Dixon, Allie Dillon, Brianna Herlihy, Rachel Tutkus. Newton North Lady Tigers, Lassiter, Davis, Barbieri, Beatrice.
Oof. Very close.
And Summer Diaz in the ball game for the Lady Tigers. Tutkus pass down low to Herlihy. Immediately two players collapse on her. Good turnaround move. Tutkus with a great rebound. Stepped out of bounds, but great hustle by Rachel Tutkus.
Yeah, applaud the effort there. She might not have been able to get the ball back in successfully. A strong move from Brianna Herlihy and more hustle play from Rachel Tutkus, just as she's done all season so far.
Newton North does a great job of collapsing on Brianna Herlihy. As soon as she touches the ball, she's got 2 or 3 defenders. Nice pass down low to Jill Latanowicz, takes it strong to the basket. She picks up her 3rd point of the evening.
Yeah, that was a nice move to the basket. Latanowicz just followed through, went right up with it. We get another foul.
Substitutions on both sides. Right now, Bella Tanetti will take the ball in for the Lady Womps. Dixon controls. Newton North back in their man-to-man defense. As we've said, they've shown 3 different looks to Braintree. Fortunately, none of them have been able to stop the Lady Womps. Keela Dixon just inside the 3-point line. It's 2, but it's good.
She's got her shot falling tonight.
19 points for Keela Dixon, and we still have 1:45 to go in the third.
Early first quarter woes seem like they never happened the way Braintree's been playing since they were finally able to get on the board.
The intensity of Newton North's defense has just waned, and that was what was causing the turnovers. Davis long shot, no good. Or correction, that was Diaz long shot. Dixon with the rebound. Loose ball picked up by Barbieri. And now Beatrice will take over for the Lady Tigers. Beatrice tried to thread the needle. Jenna Roach had other ideas. Her second steal of the evening.
Not a smart pass right there. She threw it right to Roach.
Tanetti gets the defender up in the air, goes to the hoop, no good. Bad angle, couldn't use the glass, but gets her own rebound. Fresh 30 seconds for the Lady Wumps. And again, good ball movement now. We've got 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Tanetti kicks it out to Roach. Timberlake back to Roach. Roach for a long three. Little short, rebound Diaz. And Tanetti takes it right back. She's got 2 steals on the night. Timberlake kicks it out to Dixon. Dixon gets Davis up in the air, drives the lane, and draws the foul. Elizabeth Davis picks her first personal. Linda Timberlake questioning backcourt violations, working the refs a little bit. Dixon at the line, shooting 2. Again, that is Davis's first personal foul. 3rd team foul for the Newton North Lady Tigers. And Dixon makes the first. That's an even 20 points for Keela Dixon. And now Molly Moore checks in the ball game, replaces Bella Tanetti. Dixon is a perfect 3 for 3 from the charity stripe tonight. 21 points on the evening and Braintree with a 38-20 lead. 15 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Beatrice looking for some help. Davis for 3, well off the mark. Barbieri with the rebound but couldn't put it back. Jenna Roach driving the lane, throws it up at the buzzer, does not get the roll. An 18-point lead for the Lady Wumps. So again, if you were here in the 1st quarter, you'd say Braintree was going to have a tough time tonight, and as they have pretty much every time this season. Extensive lead as we head into the final quarter. 18 points for the Lady Wumps, primarily on the shooting of Keela Dixon, who has 21 points tonight.
Yeah, she answered the call, especially early on. She had to shake off some of her own woes too, made some errant passes and then didn't let it phase her, as none of this team really let anything phase them despite some good defense from Newton North. And has come alive here shooting the ball. Though this isn't a team, Newton North, and they might be down, but this isn't a team where you can expect that Coach Kristen McDonald's just going to rest her starters. They might need to still play a little bit because this is an opportunity to Newton North. If they can play well against Braintree's bench, they could still crawl back into this game in the remaining 8 minutes. So we'll see how Braintree arranges their lineups. And on that note, Brianna Herlihy comes back in to start the 4th.
Equally as impressive, Brianna Herlihy and Keela Dixon both with 6 rebounds apiece. And that's how Brianna's making her mark in this ball game. As we said, typically all year long, she's double and triple teamed every time she touches the ball. But she's found other ways to lead this ball club, and rebounding is one of them.
She's a good facilitator, too, moving the ball.
So now we have the Moore sisters on the floor together, Molly and Mackenzie, along with Jenna Roach, who just scores.
Well, I think that one was drawn up on the whiteboard in between the quarters. That was perfectly executed.
They're going to call Molly Moore for a push in the back. That is going to be Molly's first personal foul. It's going to be the 3rd team foul for the Lady Wumps. Lassiter guarded by Mackenzie Moore. Finds Davis. Moore nearly came up with a steal. Latanowicz, rather, just inside the three-point line. No good. Brianna Herlihy with the rebound. Her 7th board of the night. Molly Moore underneath. Didn't use the glass. Mackenzie Moore backhands the ball over to Brianna Herlihy. Great pass by Mackenzie Moore.
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it worked out. She saved it from going out of bounds, and good awareness from Brianna Herlihy, too, to be there looking for it.
Beatrice drives the lane. Pass is bouncing all over the place. Davis picks it up. Barbieri is hammered by Brianna Herlihy.
Oh, and that a clean block, too. All ball.
Sydney Beatrice inbounds the ball for the Lady Tigers. Barbieri, long cross court. Correction, Latanowicz to Barbieri. Sydney Beatrice got 9 on the shot clock. Pulls back, shoots a 3. Partially blocked by Molly Moore. And then Molly puts in a 10-footer. Blocks the shot and then makes the shot. Molly Moore making her mark here in this ball game.
Bookended that play. Got the defensive stop on one end, gets the score at the other.
Barbieri's shot partially blocked, out of bounds off of Braintree. Barbieri guarded by Herlihy. I believe they're going to call one of the Moore sisters for a reach-in foul.
Molly.
It's going to be Molly, number 5. Molly picks up her 2nd personal. That is the 4th team foul.
Yeah.
Jenna Roach, Brianna Herlihy, the last 2 starters in the ball game, check out.
Yeah, that might be it for them now, up 24. And only 6:09 left to go.
Alyssa Tenaglia, Ellie Dillon, Molly Moore, Mackenzie Moore, and Adriana Timberlake are the 5 on the floor for the Lady Womps. Ball knocked away by Timberlake. And now stolen right back by the Newton North Lady Tigers. Beatrice drives the lane, scoop shot no good. Dillon with the rebound, but immediately tied up by Davis. Good awareness by Elizabeth Davis. The sophomore is making her presence known. Braintree going to have to deal with her for 2 more years.
Yeah, she's had a nice night. She came out strong, getting to the free throw line early on.
And now Linda Timberlake calls timeout, stops the clock with 5:45. I take that back. She did not stop the clock. It was a question of who had the possession arrow, and right now they flipped it. Initially they said Braintree, now they're changing it. Newton North inbounds the ball. Lassiter thought about going baseline, kicks it back out.
Coach Martindale might be calling it too. Takes out her captain, Sydney Beatrice, puts in the freshman, Kelly Manley.
Adriana Timberlake with the rebound. Braintree brings it back very, very quickly. Kelly Manley in the ball game for the Newton North Lady Tigers. Timberlake gets blocked by Lassiter. That was all ball. Timberlake will inbound. Finds Mackenzie Moore over to Molly Moore. Foul down low, away from the ball. Isabella Bledsoe picks up her first personal foul. That is the 5th team foul.
A couple of freshmen in there for the Tigers, Bledsoe and Manley.
Ball nearly stolen, but Braintree retains possession. Tenaglia over to Dillon. Dillon kicks it way out to Timberlake. Molly Moore.
Somebody's got to shoot it for Braintree.
Have to say, second only to Braintree, Newton North seems to have the deepest program. Again, they don't rebuild, they just reload, and they've got a very strong girls program at Newton North, as well as the boys program. Boys program, a perennial power, always in the top 25. Ball out of bounds off of the Lady Womps, and so Newton North will take over with 4:42 to go in the ball game. Timberlake with a great defensive move knocks the ball out of bounds. Bella Tanetti checks back in. Allie Dillon gets a breather. Lassiter drives the lane, pulls up, 10-footer. Swish.
It's one of the best looking shots she's taken all night.
She's got 6 points on the night. Braintree doubling up Newton North, 44-22. I have to say the key to the game has been the intensity of Newton North's defense. When they lost that intensity, they lost the edge. Lassiter for a long three, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Bledsoe. 4:07 to go in the game. Pass a little too hard for Davis. Good move by Davis. And Molly Moore with great anticipation stepped in the passing lane, knocked it out of bounds. 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Kelly Manley is going to inbound the ball for the Lady Tigers. Manley goes baseline, but cut off by Molly Moore. And they're going to call Moore for the reach-in. That is Molly's third personal foul. Senior co-captain Taylor Perry checks in the ball game, replacing Adriana Timberlake. Bella Tanetti with the steal.
Tanetti's got such quick hands. She reads the court very well, both sides of the ball.
Molly Moore, nice lead pass, or tried to get the lead pass to her sister Mackenzie. Partially blocked by Lassiter, knocked out of bounds. Braintree will have 19 on the shot clock, 3:36 on the game clock. Perry's pass batted around, picked up by Barbieri. Lassiter pulls up, 10-footer again, doesn't get the roll. Rebound Tenaglia. Bella Scarpa in the ball game for the Lady Womps. Perry, nice move off the glass at two.
She called bank. There's a good look.
Barbieri out to Manley. Manley three, no good. Correction, that was Juliana Landry for the three, no good.
Lots of numbers for Braintree.
Tenaglia off the glass, but too far underneath. Rebound Lassiter. Mackenzie Moore battles back, gets her own rebound.
Bloody nose.
I believe it was Juliana Landry that took an elbow to the face. Hopefully she's all right. Davis down low, nice pass to Barbieri. Barbieri draws the foul. Those two sophomores are going to be a force to be reckoned with in the Bay State League. Foul is on Taylor Perry. That's her first personal. Barbieri short on the first shot. Now Molly Moore checks back in, replaces Bella Tanetti. Barbieri makes the second. 3 points on the night for the sophomore, but she's done a nice job defensively and under the boards. Perry's shot no good. Barbieri with the rebound right on cue. Lassiter takes the three, no good. She was looking for Howley, but thought twice. Ball knocked out of bounds by Alyssa Tenaglia. 2:12 to go in the ball game. Once again, Braintree doubling up Newton North, 46-23. Barbieri down low and partially blocked by Mackenzie Moore.
She tried to turn around and Moore's arms outstretched. She went right in to her arms. Easy block.
Jill Latanowicz picks up her second personal foul. Braintree with 16 fouls, Newton North with 5. Ball's blocked by Davis. Lassiter picks up the loose ball. Back to Davis, and Davis off the glass, no good. Mackenzie Moore with the rebound.
Little game of catch between Lassiter and Moore afterwards. Taylor Perry.
And Taylor Perry with a nice behind-the-back shot.
She's showing
Very bad angle, but good body control.
Just all smiles after that one, as she should be. That was a nice move, a little fake to her.
There's a reason why Taylor Perry is a co-captain, and she's a leader on this team, and she may not get as many playing minutes as some of the other players, but you can tell the rest of the teammates respect her greatly, as does the coaching staff. And so when she does get an opportunity to do a shot like that and display her talent, everybody lets her know they appreciate the effort. 1:42 to go in the ball game. Braintree up 48-23, and this will lengthen Braintree's record. 9-0 overall, 5-0 in the Bay State League. Newton North will drop to 7-3 overall, and this is their first loss in conference. They've lost to Walpole and Newton South as well. But we have a funny feeling, based on our knowledge of this program, that we will see them in the postseason.
Most likely. Been two key teams that Braintree's played this year. Now Newton North being the second, but them and Bishop Feehan, two of the better opponents that Braintree should expect to potentially see in that South Sectional tournament. After tonight, they're going to be one win away from qualifying, and we're not even out of January.
Minute and a half to go. Lassiter goes baseline, partially blocked, but draws the foul. Mackenzie Moore. That'll put Lassiter at the line for 2. I believe that is Mackenzie's second personal foul. That is also the 7th team foul. So Newton North will be at the line for the rest of the ball game. Lassiter shooting 2. First one goes in and out. Makes the second. Seven points for Lassiter. Scarpa tries to get it over to Tenaglia. Too close. Molly Moore rather, nearly comes up with a steal. But Caroline Howley picks up the loose ball. Down low for Davis. That's the second time that Lassiter's rifled a pass over to Davis. A little too, you have to learn touch as well as accuracy.
Surprising that she's still in the game, too. Linda Martindale has taken virtually every one of her regulars out. Lantanowicz still in there as well, but.
And Davis as well.
Davis younger.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Lassiter, but Braintree with only 12 seconds on the shot clock. Under a minute to go in the ball game. Mackenzie Moore drives, draws the defenders, dishes to Scarpa. Scarpa for 3, no good. Mackenzie Moore back to Scarpa again.
2.
Scarpa inside the 3-point line, no good. Lassiter running 6-footer, no good, but she gets her own rebound, puts it up, and draws the foul. Bella Scarpa picks up her first personal foul. Lassiter makes the first. One tick over 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. Nine points for Cece Lassiter. Scarpa tries to come up with a loose ball, but the steal is good. Latanowicz off the glass, no good. And Mackenzie Moore with the rebound, and then fires it into the stands. 18 seconds.
I was saying it must have been tipped. Braintree's got the ball.
Scarpa guarded by Latanowicz, over to Molly Moore. Back to Scarpa. 10 seconds. Taylor Perry, long cross court to Tenaglia.
That should do it.
Under 5 seconds. And both teams just start to walk off the floor. So Braintree with a 22-point victory over the Newton North Lady Tigers, something we didn't expect. We knew it was going to be close, and the first quarter was close. But after that, once Braintree took the lead, they never looked back, and the lead was growing increasingly as time went on, and Newton North never could claw back into the ball game.
Yeah, like you said, Al, they lost their little bit of intensity there that they had. They came out on fire defensively, just really shut down Braintree. Took them forever to score. They took Brianna Herlihy out of the game. They were doing everything right there early on, and then Braintree gets a couple of buckets, the intensity falls off, and if you get your final score, you win by 22.
When we come back, final statistics, final thoughts. Braintree continues on the undefeated trail, the road to the DCU Center. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Braintree High School, where the Lady Womps have lengthened their winning streak to 8-0, or correction, 9-0 here in the 2015-2016 season. 5-0 in the Bay State League. Newton North drops to 7-3. 4-1 in the Bay State League. Leading scorer of the ball game, Keela Dixon Jr., comes up with 21 points in the ball game to go along with 6 rebounds. Brianna Herlihy caught fire in the second half, 7 points, 7 rebounds, and Braintree scored. And again, the bench came up big. Not as many points typically, 12 points off the bench, as we see. Usually the bench is in the 20-point range, but again, enough to get the job done, and Braintree spread the wealth out and did a nice job against Newton North.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. They had to find a new way to win, especially the way they came out, and really got stuck against Newton North zone defense. One of the looks that they gave them, that zone, was giving them a lot of trouble. So they had to find a new combination to win. They did it. Keela Dixon kept her hot shooting alive from outside, and then their defense returns the favor, clamps down, and doesn't allow much after that first quarter to Newton North.
Leading scorer for the Lady Tigers, sophomore Elizabeth Davis with 11. Cece Lassiter, the junior, who we expected to be a key factor in the game, with 9 points. She had 6 rebounds to go with the 9 points. And Kelly Barbieri, the sophomore down low, did a nice job defensively against Brianna Herlihy. Obviously with some help, Brianna has throughout the entire season been double and triple teamed, but finds other ways to lead this team, whether it be rebounds or defense, and she did it again tonight. Braintree back in action Friday evening at Wellesley. That means the boys will be here, and then the Lady Womps will come back to Braintree High School for 2 games next week, Natick and Brookline. And so we'll be here to cover those games for you. On behalf of John Orfanos, our camera person, Jeff Poster, I'm Al Barisi. Your final score here from Braintree High School: Lady Womps 48, Lady Tigers of Newton North 26. We'll see you next time.